Hello, welcome to ALW Collectibles. Today, we're taking a jump back into the world of Transformers, this time into War for Cybertron, Subline Earthrise with Voyager, Class 2020, Grapple. And yeah, no need to adjust anything. He is orange and black. That is his primary colors. Recently, I just did Inferno, so now we're doing a mold mate, which is based on the exact same mold, Grapple. Although actually Grapple came out first. I should clarify that. Grapple was the first one, and Inferno was the update to this mold. Having said that, this is pretty cool. Normally I go from vehicle to robot. Today I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to go from robot to vehicle because he comes packaged in his robot form. Having said that, yeah, here we go. I think he looks really cool. He does have a few accessories with him. And he comes with a claw, which is on a 5mm peg. His arc welder blaster, which was reused for Ironhide as well, and for Artfire. But on his mold, they called it an arc welder blaster, all cast in black. Nice detail work on that. And he comes with a little silver nozzle, cast in, yeah, can't speak here, cast in black and painted silver. It's like a hose nozzle. And that's all his accessories, which is really cool. Let's take a look at Grapple. He's got a silver face with light blue eyes. Nice detailing on the helmet. It's got little ears on the sides. Detail work's nice. You got some nice detail work in here. Biceps got some nice detail work on the sides here. Nice molding. Even in the 5mm pegs, there's some molding inside the peg holes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side. 5 if you count that one, that'll work. On the back, there's another one here for his hook. This is the crane part. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is really cool. You got the Autobot symbol right in front. Clear plastic for the windows and for the headlights. Really nice. You got silver on the tops of the arms. And you can flip this hand out if you want to give him 2 hands. It's up to you. In the joint here, you got some molding. Articulation with this one's actually pretty cool. Can't go all the way around. No up and down because it's only on a peg. Shoulder will go all the way around. Up. Bicep. Elbow. Nothing at the wrist, but for transformation, you can swing both hands in and out. So that's really cool. Oh no, he doesn't want to switch out. There we go. Again, the molding is nice on this figure. They really went in depth with it because even on the back of the elbows, they got some molding in there. So this crane will go up and down and rotate in robot form. So you can do a lot with this. Stay. You're trying to transform early. Don't do that. Waist will go all the way around. He has a very good big boot, very good back boot, but you do need to move. Actually, I can stay right there. That's not in the way. This will come out a little because of the way this is in the back, this pin. You can do the full splits. It's eye rotation. And I love how they painted the inside of this all the way down. It's got a really good knee bend and ankle articulation. Exceedingly posable. He is really flexible. Unfortunately, the head can't do much, but you can see you can really do some really good stances. And his balance is pretty good. I do that with any of the Ninja Turtles. You better believe they'll do a face plant before I have a chance to finish spinning it. So we're going to transform this one. And his transformation's the same as Inferno's was. Bring the crane up. This piece here detaches. And you see it's 3 hinges. 1, 2, 3, actually 4 hinges here. We're just going to set that aside. And we're going to come to the front. I'm going to flip his fists in and straighten the arms. This hinge here, you're going to make sure the arms are straight. And you're going to bring it back so that this piece goes in that chamber. Oops, I'm doing it a little backwards here. We want to make sure that this piece is on the inside. So you want to turn that around so that's on the outside here. Like so. And then what I do is I rotate these so that they match, and then I put them together. That's how I always keep it so I know what I'm doing, because those peg together. I just set this up here for a minute. You're going to take his foot and flatten it out. The hinge is going to come down, and it's going to flatten. And I want to point this out. You see this? That is a result of the mold defect. This happened to mine when I first bought him. This peg is too big. You have to sand it down. I forgot all about that on my mold when it happened. Because what happens is this comes down, these peg in. Oh, crap. I forgot part. So you got to take this whole head assembly and turn it upside down. Forgot all about that. Sorry. So, yeah, as I was saying, this comes down. You'll see this notch goes into that hole. And this will all line up. That peg will fit into that, and that's supposed to go over there. And that one broke because the running issue is that peg is too thick. If you sand it down slightly, it's fine. I didn't know about that when I first got it. I transformed him, and of course, he got jammed up. I tried to force it, and he broke. Good thing is, for me, is his hands peg in. You'll see these 2 pegs will fit into those 2 spots where the silver pin is. It's kind of hard to see where these pins are. That'll help keep him in his mode. And I don't fully plug that one in. And there is Grapple in his truck mode. And then we just take the hook, bring it forward. Oh, nope, sorry. Up and around because you want this hanging down. Like so. And there is Grapple in his truck mode. So again, that running issue, that's why mine's sticking up, because it should be all the way flush. I have to sand this side down. I actually forgot all about that. Even when I learned about the hack, I forgot all about it. So when I first transformed him, it got jammed, and I tried to pull it up, and it snapped the pin. That is a common issue with the Grapple mold. That happens quite often. So just to keep heads up on it when you get them, just sand that pin down, and that'll avoid that break. I forgot all about that until just now. Wow. Okay. See? And his hook will tuck right in there. His alt mode is loosely based on the Mitsubishi Fuso fire truck, but instead of a ladder, it comes with the crane, which is the exact same mold as Inferno, other than his is a fire hook and ladder, and this is a crane rescue truck. He was released in the first wave of the Earthrise toy line and is compatible with the air and combat systems and weaponizers. Quick little bio on this man. Grapple is an architect, but considers himself an artist at heart. On Cybertron, before the Great War, his buildings were great works of art and masterpieces. However, due to the war, he now builds buildings for the purpose of war and defense. He takes great pride in all his builds, past and present, and gets into a severe depression when they are destroyed. Grapple is very close to Hound. Hound, who always tries to cheer up Grapple when he is in his depression. Like I said, interesting bio on this gentleman. So let's take a look at this. And in this mode, it's really cool. I like how this comes up like a guard. And another interesting note, you'll notice the wheels here. The hub doesn't turn. It's the wheel turns around the hub on both sides. Back wheels are fine. Still rolls very nicely. Crane will go up, turn all the way around, lays flat. Because of this piece, you can actually do a lot of different things with it. And this does extend. If you flip this in or down, you'll see that peg. You can plug any of his accessories into it. There's that one. There's the hose, nozzle, even. Kind of a stretch on it, but his gun will fit. And all his weapons do store on him in this mode. You got this peg, the nozzle. I cannot believe I forgot about that broken piece. I really bothering me. And I usually just stick his gun right on the other side, like so. Hang that over the front, and there you go. There's Grapple in his vehicle mode. Really interesting. Like I said, very unique character. A lot of backstory on him. As for the mold itself, they did correct that running issue on previous future molds, such as Art Fire and Inferno. However, Grapple still suffers from it. Now I got to remember to fix that. That's going to bother me. That's going to bother me now. I forgot all about that. He does have the stabilizers on the side. Weaponizers, air system, everything will fit on him still. You can see he's got 5mm ports. Flip on his crane, then the hook, or claw, whatever you want to call it. I just went through 3 different definitions. And it's rather interesting. And transforming him back is really quick. So let's take all this back off, and we're going to do this and see if people like from robot to vehicle and vehicle to robot. So you unhook this, and you take this off. And this is trying to escape again. First thing we're going to do, bring this up, bring just the boom up, and I'm going to close that. Actually, I'm going to close that. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to turn it around and leave that up in the air. Next thing I'm going to do is going to come to the arms. I'm going to unpeg those, and then I'm going to unpeg carefully that pin, which allows the bottom half to flip down. I'm going to bring his foot out on one and back, and you'll see the peg here in that spot there. Same thing over here. That gives Grapple his feet. Next, we're going to come to the top. We're going to separate these. And these will clip in. You'll see the peg right here and there's the spot. 1 and 2. Next, we're going to take this whole assembly, bring it up. We're going to fold it on 1 hinge, 2 hinge, bring this out, and we're going to fold it 1 more time. And make sure it's nice and tight. We're going to take the head and bring it outward. Bring it over, and you'll see this little block, that little block will fit in between those sirens. I'm going to rotate this 1 time. And at this joint here, I'm going to bring it down and bring this down. And it'll all clip in place. And it's up to you on how you want to display your toy. I turn this in. So I do it like the show. His right hand, I plug the nozzle in. I flip out the left hand. And I give that one his gun. And I plug this in back here. That's how I display them. That really is bothering me. I forgot all about that broken piece. Wow. And he does have blast effects ports on him that you can use. So, really cool. This has been Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Voyager class 2020 Grapple. Let me know in the comments what you think of this toy. I like this mold. I like this figure. I do like the Grapple. I think he is a very interesting addition to any collection, especially with his color scheme, because he works really well with the arc. I think they look really nice together. They're both orange, so, just saying. Again, small adjustment if you get them. Make sure you sand down that pin. As you can see, I forgot all about it. And there's the broken pin. I still got to dig that out. And that gives him another 5mm peg on his foot. I plan on using weaponizers to show you how they hook. I'm kind of glad I didn't do that now. So, overall, I really would recommend this guy. I think he looks really cool, and he's a nice addition to any collection. This, of course, has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel subscribers. I appreciate it very much. More videos heading your way. I'm going to get ready for another video. Grapple's going to go build a building and be cheerful. Have a good day.